what promise do you want to make to your guardian parts today? Is the best way I can phrase that.
I want to promise them that at both the end of night, kind of as things are winding down for the night, before they've wound down, and at the sort of and at least 2 times per day, that I'm going to connect with them with some really non what was the word you used? Non-parallel. The non-parallel bilateral. Yeah, because that was so effective and it activated it so readily. It's like, basically, I'm going to look for them. It's like, you guys, these parts of me, I'm going to look for you. I'm going to look for you, and I'm going to use this movement pattern that you seem to respond to so well. And I'm going to do it at the end of day, and I'm going to do it at least twice a day. And so that we can feel the energy that has not been felt. That's my promise. Is we're going to feel the energy. I'm going to feel the energy. This conscious sort of. I love how you put it. The 30% part. I'm going to look for you. I'm going to look for you twice a day and at night.
I love that. 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 I celebrate you. I love that so much. And the last little bit I would encourage you to set is some kind of intention regarding that experience. Is it going to be something that you do for 5 minutes and you set a timer, or 10, 15, 20 minutes you set a timer, or better yet, you let go of the time, because that's connecting with our logical, rational brain, and you set an intention to go until you feel connection, and then a little past that.
Yeah, I think that for me, it's like when I start to feel the heat or the instability, like the feeling of the body either starts to shake, something starts to go kind of wobbly, or just heat. And a lot of times they'll come both, because I really want to make sure that there's a felt sense, an actual physical connection that's noticed and that's honored, like truly honored, perhaps in a way in the way that it hasn't been. Because how am I going to honor it in the moment with somebody that I love and care about if I haven't learned how to just feel what it's like when it comes up? It's these parts are it's like they're hardwired to take over and try to meet the need that hasn't been met. And so it's like I really want to do that so that I can honor it in the moment when I'm with that person that I keep getting upset with more than I need to.
Yeah, absolutely. Wonderful. I just want to throw an idea out, and if this doesn't resonate, you can throw it out the window. But one thing you could do, maybe after you've been doing it on your own for a while or something,
I was totally thinking of that.
Because what happens then is you're actually meeting multiple attachment needs at once. And it can get tricky because attachment needs is all about internal, and when we're interacting with other people, there's kind of this messiness of like you're connecting with them, but your attachment focus has to be inside. So I just want to add that caution of like, make sure your focus is on your experience and stuff. But if you can kind of add a sense of playfulness and connect internally, externally, and express this thing that's creating peace and safety, and do it with intentionality, you're actually meeting all of your attachment system needs simultaneously.
Like really what we just talked about makes a lot of sense. This idea of there's certain routines where it's like when I actually have a chance to connect with somebody with this, I can, and I believe that I can do that I can turn some focus in to my experience while still connecting with them. And I think that if I'm doing it through multiple junctures during the day, like we talked about, that there's going to be a real fulsome way of doing this, so that like those parts of me that are unheard, I can get really sensitized to them. And then when I'm with somebody else, it kind of sounds like it's doing a whole bunch with killing 2 birds with 1 stone, for lack of a better idiom, but because I'm not killing anything, I'm really going for the opposite here. you know, when I get angry at people, right? It's like that. But I'm just thinking like really just meeting the attachment needs in a new way by including that important person to what I'm learning how to develop for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, bilateral body movements are really cool because you can really do anything with them. Like there was one time even where I went for my sunset meditation walk, but there were other people with me, and I'm like, okay, there's these people visiting, but I'm honoring me and my journey. So you guys want to come on my meditation walk with me? And so we went down and I taught them all the stuff I was doing. I'm like, okay, we're going to stand here and hug this tree for 10 minutes until we feel our body. Relax, there's a tree, go grab it. This is my tree, there's trees over there. Go hug a tree for 10 minutes until you feel your body go into a relaxed or parasympathetic state, okay? And check back in with me. And so we all just went and hugged trees for a while. And then we went down to the end of the street where there's a big open field. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to put my headphones on. I got my music because I need that. I needed music before to do bilateral body movements because of where things are at. Now I like to do them in silence and really tune in. And so I was like, okay, we're all just going to stand here and get a little bit of space and just move your arms and then move your hands and kind of just see what you feel. I'll check back in with you in a little bit. I close my eyes and I do my bilateral body movements and I kind of glance over and they're like kind of feeling into it and everyone's kind of doing their own thing. And then, yeah, if you can be engaged, you can make it fun. You can throw on music and make it a slow motion dance party, or you can just be there together and you can mirror each other and have one person lead and the other person follow, or you can both do your own thing and just kind of enjoy each other's company. And yeah, it can be a great thing for connecting with yourself and others. And then both unconscious bodies win while conscious minds are spending time. So it can be a beautiful thing to share with people.
That's awesome. Yeah, I really favor that. That sounds like it's I can definitely see how this will work.
Yeah.
And when it comes to implementing it, it's a lot easier than I would have suspected. Honestly, when I was just thinking about this thing and thinking, oh my gosh, what am I tapping into? You know, I don't fully know yet, but I'm a lot more, I don't know, it's less intimidating. Starting the connection, you know, it's like it's just less intimidating once the connection is started here with what we've done.
Absolutely. Yeah, the beautiful part about bilateral body movements is it's a very, very safe way to connect. There's a lot of ways where you step in, you're like, I don't know when I'm going to hit a landmine. But you don't hit landmines with bilateral body movements. There'll be very gradual things that you can feel, and then once they feel, you're aware. And because you're already connecting inward, it's not going to be an explosion. It's going to be a little electric shock that you're like, okay, now I do this, and I move maybe this way, and maybe I breathe a little bit deeper, and I let this go. And so it's important when you start to have it be in a space where you can really turn your full focus in and move very slowly where you're not necessarily being influenced by outside sources. Like if there's really fast music on or there's someone hammering in the next room or something like that, you know, your body's going to be responding to stimulus and you're not going to have full power. But if you can be in like a as quiet as possible space or gentle background noise where it's something soft and consistent or whatever, and really turn your focus inward and make it about the movement and what is felt rather than to put it in like comparison, like when we're dancing or something, like we're just kind of like, yeah, like you're not being mindful of every movement. You're not like, oh yeah, my arm's going, like, you know what I mean? And so we're just kind of this.
We hurl ourselves this way and that, and kind of then respond to the reactive gravity that what we created. And I was just similarly, like, it's funny, I had this kind of memory of like busting it with a strobe light, and I remember thinking like how it's like, yeah, it's such an intense visual stimulus. It's like I'd really want to learn how to do this without that before messing with, you know, making my home or my bedroom into a rave, you know.
Yes.
rave with the family, you know.
Yeah.
Get the wee one some little light up. Anyway, never mind. Goofy thoughts.
Glow sticks everywhere. No, totally. One day, man. One day. But yeah, definitely want to start and have that emphasis be on the mindfulness, because it's not the movement that is bringing the healing. It's your conscious connection with the energy behind the movement. It's very subtle. I really like that. I really like the way I said that. That it's not about the movement. It's about the conscious connection with the energy behind the movement. That's where your conscious awareness is connecting with your subconscious parts. It's not just your neurobiology connecting with your neurobiology, because your neurobiology is just wiring, but your consciousness is who you are within the experience. And so it's really about connecting your conscious awareness with your subconscious parts through your neurobiology. And so using the energetic motion of the body to create a bridge, a catalyst for internal connection with parts of self-essence.
Yeah, that's like what I experienced when I was mimicking, below the range of the camera there, when I was mimicking the non-parallel movements, the bilateral movements. I mean, I could really feel that subtle back end sensation beyond the sort of the front end sensation where I felt the muscular shifting in the movement. There's that back end sensation of responsive, the flow, really that energetic flow, that dynamic movement inside.
Yes, absolutely. Wonderful.